Hey everybody, it's your girl J9Eve, and I did a video about accountability that was geared towards women. And so now we must move on to the accountability for the men. I know you weren't thinking that was coming because everybody's always talking about the accountability for the women. But oh no, I like to keep it balanced. So here we go. Something that drives me crazy. Number one, when men talk about women being having fatherless children. Do you not know how weird that sounds coming from a man? Because where the fuck did the baby come from? I mean, I ain't never heard of a baby just being formed from a woman's bad decision. I'm pretty sure there was a thing that happened and that there was an active participant in that procedure that had that happen. And for her to be by herself means that that person who clearly was there to make that baby is now not there. Someone's raising the kid. So someone is taking care of the responsibility that just happened, and somebody isn't. Somebody's taking care of it. So this thing happened. We'll call it bad. This bad thing happened. Somebody stands to clean up the mess, to take care of it, to nurture it, to do all these things. It'd be very inconvenienced to have to do so, okay? And the other person just is not there and has decided to go and do some other things, possibly create some more mistakes elsewhere. Who's the bad one? Who's the bad one? Who's the one who should be called gross? Who's the one who should be having people frown their face up at him like, ew? Who is that? Who could make 20, 30 babies in a year? Who's capable of that? And on the road to doing so? I would think, if you ask me, I would think that would be the person that everyone should be a little more alarmed about. It's all I'm saying. But okay, whatever floats your ridiculous boat that somehow you think that women are dumb enough to actually not realize how crazy that shit sounds. But just so you know, from me to you, because I give guys advice about girls all the time, trying to give you a helpful hint here, nobody's buying that shit. We can't. It's impossible. We're looking at the kid and we're here with it alone. So clearly we're not going to realize that it's your fault. We're not going to realize that you and I made a mistake. I'm the only person taking care of it. Clearly one of us is a fuck up. Guess who it is? Just saying. Just saying. Maybe do a little bit of this. Because it looks weird when you do fucking this. Like, it just looks dumb. It looks very childish and weird. And especially when we see males other places that don't do that. It really does call out the it's like, oh my God, it's very baby. It's very, just looks very babyish. So maybe don't say that anymore. That ew single women thing, because the same guys that are spouting this don't date single women have babies with women that they're not with. So the reason that those are single women, single mothers, because of these same guys who are saying and who are following it about the don't date single mothers. But if you knock everybody up, because also you're being coached on how to get and sleep with more women, women having a high body count, bad, ew, gross. But then you're being coached to nail and screw as many women as possible. Eventually, if you all are successful at that job, you're going to not have anyone who doesn't have a high body count. It's just gonna happen. What if the mission for forever has been that? It's just not making any sense. And it seems like, I don't want to say it, but the melanated male seems to be the only male running around spouting that. I don't think you guys realize it. So I think you should probably be aware. I don't want you out here looking crazy, I'm trying to help. This is me trying to help, I promise. This is me trying to help because it looks insane when you do it. And I mean, I know my eyes roll in the back of my head like, really, nigga, how old are you? Like, do you not realize what this looks like? Shh, stop saying that. It looks crazy. It's what the fuck it looks like. Oh my God. And there, now you know, I've said it, there. All right. So we'll move on. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, that line about telling black women that no one else wants them from any other culture or, yeah, not true. Not true. It's not that they don't want us. It's that we don't necessarily, like most black women, it's like it's some old culture stuff, but have this kind of thing in the back of their mind that other cultures don't want them. That's what it is. So we pay no mind. A lot of us pay no mind. Only if we're like in a place where mostly that's what's there. Where you go to a school and it's mostly white dudes. Clearly your first crush is gonna be white. Your first boyfriend's gonna be white. Probably your husband's gonna be white. You know. But if you don't, it's like, and you're never really around that, then you know it's like this kind of a thing. Like, you know, like. I don't know. It's just the kind of thing. Like, I never could imagine like an Asian dude being attracted to me, but I've had one do that, and now I know. Holy shit! I did. You know, I just didn't know that. It just was something I never pictured, but now I know that because I've been around it, and I now know that is a thing. It's not that they don't. It's that I don't expect that they do, so I don't even look. Like when a black dude walks by, how much women realize that they're probably going to do something, make a noise, try to holler at you. But when an Asian dude walks by, you don't even pay him any mind. So we just are not aware. We're not paying any mind. But more so now we are. And you know why? Because women are out in completely different environments because of their jobs, them going to school, they're being exposed. Exposure was the thing that was lacking before. So that whole rule about other cultures not being interested in black women, that shit ain't the shit anymore. Because of that whole thing with the black women in college, more of them being college educated, they've been around. They're out. The world has seen that other version of a black woman, that hostile, scary black woman that was told to them on TV. They've seen real ones, and they know that that's not just what it is. The same reason why, like, kind of, the R word white people, the unfriendly type. It's just the same reason they keep their kids away from people of color. Is not because they're afraid of what might happen. They're not afraid something's going to happen to them or they're going to get in trouble. What they're afraid of is that their kid is going to realize, they're going to see a person of color who is nothing like what they were told their whole life. And that kid is going to question everything that they were told. They're going to be like, wait, but Jimmy's like the coolest dude in the world. What was dad and grandpa talking about since I was 2? Shit, who else did I miss out on? That's why they don't want exposure, because then you'll see that it's not true. And that's what's happening now with, black girls going off to college, and they're seeing this stuff that's outside of that of the hood, the culture, the everything. Like, they're seeing all this stuff, and that world also is seeing them be us. So, yeah, that's selling that card of that nobody wants them. And now it's so funny. It's like, it seems like black men just want whatever white men have. So that's why they chase after the white girl, because that's the white man stuff. And now that white men seem to be kind of floating into the black women atmosphere. Now black men have the nerve to actually say they want the kind of black man, kind of black woman that a white man wants. If that ain't the craziest shit that I've ever fucking heard. How about this for a thought about that? If a black man says, I want the type of woman, black woman, that a white man gets. What if it's not that he's finding this miraculous woman? What if it's that she's miraculous because she's with him? What if that savage woman whom no one would marry, if somebody asked you, a year after you last saw her, was this woman that you were talking about? And you didn't realize, you're like, wait, she's completely different over there with him. What if that's what it is? Maybe some looking inside might be might be time for that. A little bit of looking inside, okay? Because more than likely, that's what the fuck it is. Logically, that would be what it is. That would be what it is. When you go somewhere and you get celebrated, you relax and you're able to fall and you're able to be your princess, like a little girl princess self. Just like when your father adores you, when you're a little girl and your father adores you, you act just like a princess. That's what you do. When you're a little girl, it's the same thing. It's no different. Like when you're adored, when a woman is adored, she will fall into her, she will be a fucking flower. That's what come on now, you know me. I'm no rose. Alright. So that's just some food for thought. Just some food for thought. Maybe the toxic environment that you've been creating for black women is the reason they behave the way they did. When I say maybe, I mean, yeah, that's what it is. Hints, for God's sakes. Okay. Yeah. Just so you guys know. Okay. And number 3, just a heads up, you guys, you're running out of fucking time. You're running out of time. You're skating on this thing, but the problem is that it's not actually working because women don't function like that. They're not gonna go backwards out of guilt. We're not gonna go backwards out of guilt. Like, we're rebellious creatures by nature. Like, the same thing that you say you hate about us, that challengey thing, growth is the thing. Once we see growth, it's like this impossible thing to go backwards. Once you see the next step and you actually took it, you don't go backwards. You might be stagnant. You might stay stagnant in a place for a long time, but once you step forward, you don't go back. You know how hard it is to yank a woman backwards? So, like, think of it like a girl ain't never had nothing, so she's used to nothing. You can give her hardly anything and she's happy, right? I hear guys talk about this all the time. It's like, she don't require nothing. Look, you just give her a little bit of something, she'd be so happy, right? But once she's, like, say she meets a guy and he's taking her to these really, really nice places or whatever, and just giving her these little things and stuff, she takes a step up. Do you know how hard it's going to be to get her back down there? It's going to be impossible to get her to go backwards. Think about that for a second. Can you imagine what it would be like to try to tell a woman to go backwards after progressing forwards? Not staying stagnant, because they'll stay stagnant. Anyone can stay stagnant. But once they move forward, they don't go backwards. So you're not going to shame them into dropping out of school, which, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. You're not going to shame them into not going for corporate jobs and stuff. If anything, you're actually pushing them further out. And the farther out they go, they're being more exposed to all these other cultures. And they are strong. Black women are strong. They just are. They're like culture from way back, the ancestry that they don't even know. They still have all that shit. They are that. They are strong. They are that shit, that melanin, it looks real mysterious and shiny in the sun. Like You say whatever you want about that chocolate woman and how dark she is, but when that sun, everybody knows this, when the sun pierces onto some chocolate skin, that shit looks like insane. It looks so amazeballs, and anybody would see it. Okay, so you're not fooling anybody with that. And what's gonna happen? You're gonna push everybody out, and then that thing that you wanna skate on, that fun fake fact about women being the least desired and Asian men being the least desired, as to anything to say that you're not. And clearly you fucking are. And that's even that little statistic that they called out, read it completely wrong. It is black men on the bottom are the least desired. That is the thing. Okay? So with that being said, and known now, come on. Now, with that being said, if we are both, if black men and black women are the bottom tier, we're the least desired of all the humans. Sheesh. But men are complaining, the black men are complaining about how the women are progressing and doing all of this and, you know, stepping out of their, you know, feminine, and they're all ambitious and ambition. Okay, you said it yourself. Women are ambitious and they're moving up. You're going to be down there by yourself. I don't know if you realize it. You're going to be down there by yourself very fucking soon. Get it together. Get it together. It's going to go from you bragging about stepping outside of your race to you having no fucking choice. Because nobody in your race wants you. Like, that's where you're going with this. That's where the guys who are sane in the mind, who are not thinking like this, please put some sense into your brothers. Please put some sense into your homeboys. Please give them some fucking fun facts so that they can cut it the fuck out, because they are fucking themselves royally. And it's not gonna be cute. It's not gonna be cute. And there's no promises. There's no promises that once it gets so far that it could be recovered. It's gonna have to look completely fucking different. They're gonna have to start from scratch, create the whole other species to fucking mate with. Like, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Like, the thought process is clearly off. It's like a white dude will go and find the most amazing black chick in the universe, allow her to be just, accept her and love her in her full naturalness, and her natural 4C hair, and her chocolate extra melanated skin, just body built for the gods. Okay? And then a black guy will just go get this thing that, just because she white, he could go get this thing that looks like, you know, so it's like maybe 180, 200 pounds, you know, short, stringy, weird hair, a couple bald spots, like, you know, but she got blonde, it's blonde though. And he will be flossing this thing around town. Like, it's like, it's just enough. She just needs to be white to show. like you are not competing. You're not taking anything from them. You're not taking anything from the white man by getting that. She was rejected. They're coming over and getting and picking out the fucking roses out of your fucking garden. Ooh, rose. And tippy-toeing off of that thing in the Cancun. Now, you're going over there playing in the fucking weeds, pulling up crabgrass. You pulling up crabgrass out of their fucking backyard, okay? And running back, jumping back over the fucking fence. You ain't winning, dog. You ain't winning. Like, this is ridiculous. I don't think that you understood the mission. Like, y'all need to simmer the fuck down. I keep saying it. It's ridiculous. It's got to stop. I love you, but there's tough love, and feel how you want to feel. It's whatever. The truth. This right here, this the truth. Okay? you can say however you feel about how you feel. It's still gonna be what it is. Like, if you're concerned more about what I'm saying than what you're doing, I mean, well, there you go. There's your answer. Okay. Oh, yes, honey. Yeah, so you're going to be down there alone. That's the end point, is you're going to be by yourself. This here tactic isn't going to work. You know, I know you feeling a little good about yourself, especially y'all who were rejected anyway and was never going to get one anyway, one way or the other, without a, act of God, like, I know, I understand it was a cool ride, but you got some work to do, bruh. There's some work that needs to be done. And stop letting these people feed off of y'all. You got these dudes that are feeding off of your insecurity. That's what's happening. Like Kevin Samuels, they're feeding. They're literally feeding off of your insecurity. Your and no disrespect, ignorance. They're ignorance. Like they're the fact that you don't know any better. Right? They're feeding off of you. They're bottom feeders. They're gonna fuck you up, and they're gonna be fine, because now they're gonna be inside of the thing of, it doesn't matter what they're like, because they have money. And once you have money, you can basically kind of just do whatever you want to do in somewhat of a circle. So they're using you to make themselves so it doesn't matter for them that they fuck it up for you guys. So just keep that in mind. Might not be the best idea to put your, situation in the hands of somebody who's using you as a stepladder. So that'll be that. I didn't get a lot of hate, but I definitely saw my subscribers drop. I lost a couple of people after that last video with the ladies, which is sad. It hurts. Not really, but yeah, it's discouraging, because it was just about very basic and it basically lines on it was inside of the lines of, don't be fucking cruel. Like, if you could be offended because somebody says don't be cruel, you probably didn't really need to be over here anyway, and it wasn't gonna be nothing that I could teach you. Because you ain't open. You're not open, and you want to be a victim, and you want to also be a perpetrator. So whatever. But hopefully the guys will receive this a little better. If not, I'll see another drop. And since of literally 92% of my subscribers is males, this drop could actually look like something. But that should show you how important it is to me that you just know this. I just want you to know this. Okay? I just want you to know. So, with that being said, if you have it in you, like and subscribe. If you're a G, you'll do it, because you're not one of those. If you're not, whatever. Peace.